In this particular video, we will look into brief description of angiosperms. Also, we will compare bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms in various features. Now, talking about the angiosperms, angiosperm is a very large group of plants. Obviously, this is the highest in evolution in the plant kingdom. Now, talking about the size of angiosperms, so size can vary. The smallest angiosperm is called as Wolffia, and it can vary to the tall trees of eucalyptus that can be up to 100 meters tall. After this, talking about the conditions of ovule. So, comparing it with gymnosperms, in the case of gymnosperms, ovules were naked. So, seed was also naked, and that is how name gymnosperms came. In the case of angiosperms or the flowering plants, here pollen grains and ovules that will develop into special structures in special structures called as flowers. So that is why we call angiosperms as flowering plants. In this case, seeds will be enclosed into fruits. Angiosperms are quite important to humans. These provide us with food, fodder, fuel, medicines, and several other commercial important products. We can divide angiosperms into two classes. The first class is the dicots, and the second class is the monocots, and the examples of these are given over here. The details of angiosperms come into the separate chapter, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants, that comes in class 12. After this, coming to the comparison part. So, the first is dominant phase. So, there will be two phases. The one will be sporophyte and second will be gametophyte. In the case of bryophyte, the dominant phase is gametophyte, but from pteridophytes to angiosperms, it will be sporophyte or 2N phase which is dominant. So, we can say that here it is gametophyte phase, and in these three it will be the diploid phase which will be dominant. Talking about the differentiation of body, whether the body is divided into roots, stems or leaves. So, in the case of bryophytes, the body is thallus-like, so not divided into proper roots, stem and leaves. But in the case of these three, there will be proper roots, stem and leaves which are present. Next, talking about the presence of vascular tissue, that is presence of xylem and phloem. In the case of bryophytes, it will be absent. The first group that has xylem and phloem or the vascular tissue is the pteridophytes, and from pteridophytes it will continue till angiosperms. Talking about the seeds, so seeds are absent in the case of bryophytes. In the case of pteridophytes also seeds are absent. First time seeds came into gymnosperms, but the seeds were naked or without covering in the case of gymnosperms. Proper seeds with covering came in the case of angiosperm. So we can say that gymnosperms and angiosperms are two groups which in fact have the seeds. After seeds, coming to the presence of flower and fruits. Now, flowers and fruits are only present in the case of angiosperms. Bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperm will not have any structure called as flower or fruits, and that is why angiosperms are commonly called as flowering plants having a very important structure, that is flower.